Charles Kasa was say na then na nua ne nya free aban nim. Dia ne nua ne nya free aban nim say sankofa gold reserves and Azuma resources for a gold project here upper East region worth $100 million. And then engineers and planners will be an say a young man in your company and I'll take you over.
The hopes and aspirations of 500,000 young people in one day, Yedrigu. Minority leader can say, Omuri Fandi scam. Why
the
not?
number of Nkofwe apply and has the minister confirmed somewhere 500,000?
500,000. Nobody has come to issue a disclaimer. Say it's ridiculous, but it goes to show. Say form so no munye ska one. Then it was a way to tax the young people to raise money because form no nye free. It's a form no cry. Say 50 Ghana cedis for a former times 500,000. I do the math. 2.5 million Ghana cedis. Scan all day day.
I'm saying again, say. Okay. Enyama omode kasetia President Akufo-Addo niano. They are doing worse of it and oka almost say fuel pe ena auto. Me pacho fuel no sika near the to. Is the fuel not more than 20,000 Ghana cedis here can one say me. In any case President ni jet na ni nuane dia man no. Or they cost South Korea and is the cost not more than the 20,000 gift. In the fan say a gift ya jiatum. But is the gift not more than the 20,000 threshold, 20,000 Ghana cedis threshold now? President Nankasa asset in the code of conduct in him. Obi, you see, this is a very serious and sensitive matter, and I am so angry with the issues to the extent say, oh man, yeah, team, yeah, funny said their president now some George so sorry say ni answer private jet. It is so nusu tu kwaya kwa communication meeting bi ono so be phone ni private jet. Sammy Gyamfi so say na dan for pan Richard Nyamakwe. Our private jet into ono so ko Dubai akwa ye gold meeting bia ono so de Richard Nyamakwe jet ne beko. Now to force so sorry say na dan for ne Magdan or private jet into ono so tu kwaya the Magdan private jet ne beko. What sort of country are we building?
Monitoring media conversations, social media discussion on Omanpenyi means of travel. And we've heard commentary from some influencers on social media. Ebimo raising conflict of interest issues. Ebimo question why the president continues to travel in the private aeroplane of Ninia. Do you find it concerning yourself? And now free say we a much ado about nothing.
And one welcome. There's nothing to be concerned about. A woman said there have been a number of individuals among the 70 partisans. How much charging after we but mostly it has been MPP propagandists. Attempting to seek vindication where there is none. Even Mukra has gone as far as saying Yenepa or Mampeni Akufo-Addo because we spoke against his ostentatious use of expensive private jets for travels. But Sene Bonepa, the Edwin Ford do another so much and say Ghana for any when you will say or Mampeni Mahama. Wafa when this person or say a car or minor bo or Mampeni you may be or so. So they are essentially upset. Almost a fool. Say President Mahama a save you cost in his travels. Obi, Assemble Naba. Abraham Mampeni Mahama, the year president, due in January 2025. Now, over 1 or 2 travels on us all year. Into Obisa, Ghana Frafwa, a share of Mampeni Ariam Shenso, the former communication squadron of the Air Force. Say of Mampeni Ariam Sheno, and one so much to say. And I'm much of them say, Sabra no more Casanidi, now at Yapa, it's me. It's you be on Mampeni at the Sarium Shenu to Quine, Echo, Tanzania, Kenya, and Angola. Many of the coins were sat in the plane. This will be around February of 2025. March, Pepe, and Evinceno, a journal. So it had to be taken to France. 8 months. Because I'm more Pepe, not another 40p. I'm more Pepe, not another 40p. In between 8 months, no, Mampeni Mahama to coin. No, who coin center or rent a private jet, but 1 year for or the Jata old jet, no, and a coin. And a Jata jet, no, not a commercial. Because there was an instance, because I said, what will raise concern be?
Yes.
So the commercial flight usage, was inconvenient because he had to lay over in Dubai for some time.
Yes.
We had a conversation around it.
Yes.
Norman Penny won kind of Tam Ghana Fusika. $18,000 and now President Kufa the Yano. And the rented presidential jets and our private jets, no, the two kind. But one yes, sir, he endured the inconvenience of commercial airlines. And at that commercial airline, any practical, or you soon in your jet, rent. Starting when they can, now people propaganda is big claim say, and you know, meanwhile, they don't show you any evidence to the contrary. Some company use the target now. He doesn't pay for rental. And you fool. In fact, the initial ones, so they're not on top fuel. The first ones who you see as president, he was not buying fuel. They say, and now, on mine is okay. Say, Obiado, me, after me, and Jetta. You better fuel. And maybe a landing rights. And a 1 or 2 incidental charges. A minimal charges. But so we rent here, you will pay for the rental out of fuel. It's your landing rights, fees, and all the incidental costs that come with it. It's my penny say, look, maybe you are mine now, you will see somehow. And we know the na would your manage once a maybe and yeah, Ghana for the donor cassette and main yanisa. I will do it differently to ensure that you save cost. If a woman and as I August 6th, disaster is seen. In fact, before then, now Air Force, how many other units within the army, and then class National Security Council, and a cabinet. Omoka say, we say, you better if you share what the Air Force. Omoka for helicopters, you want some. And Omoka say, for a year presidential jet, communication squadron managing. The OCC, because of frequent breakdown. Tawopa one son Kaisa say to me say 8 months na fe na aba. And na say de bia call repair ni aba no bo no e was road to maintain. After so enye reliable won't me friend 2 kwantintin. And for we need to say do be ko jojo assign the waba. And then there are safety issues because of the frequent breakdowns. Inti omo susu say it is more cost effective to buy a new one. So that in the long run no and no will guarantee operational efficiency. They be we here be our sabeka because ayafofra there are improvements on the technology. A bit radio man penia ko baby aba. Tawanya is an other commercial. It has its inconvenience, and then local rent here. It is far more expensive than a man penia akufa do yeno. And a cabinet G2, they call parliament. It was debated. For the avoidance of doubt, minority did not oppose the purchase of the presidential jet. And I would be
yes.
They argued the debate, and a mini debate maybe. But they did not vote against the purchase of the presidential jet. It is a matter of record. Because they were convinced about the merits of the purchase of the presidential jet. But presidential jet, said the idea a workshop I will turn it and said the stomach. It must be built from scratch. It won't go so I or more. In Tia say, Yamea do maybe I enter say I think on a week, and I say I prefer a decimal assassin. Yansabeka. And the Nancy no more day says a helicopter by Air Force for receiving ya Omudidu Mujuma. But in between Tama, Sa plane the baba and Yano, and some penny to pay. It was said on percent of the time Ghana Fusika, Ediaco rented jets and the board. When we have several competing needs, if he will use an option that is much cheaper. If you need me, I will jet. Ibrahim, Sergeant, no share last 2024, not Niman Penny. In fact, in opposition, Norman Penny used the target Gadano to do his external travels, sometimes internal travels. If any other folks will be him, and I say, Sergeant, me available there. Let me use it and avoid the cost. The was raw, many who said, may in care. It is a company. I do not want to burden the people of Ghana with excessive cost. But now I need the Western. But this is a local conflict of interest. Obi, is the end before. What can I say? In the deep recesses of their libido, because of in the year na Bemunti, almost finance minister Kelofoyata, and awarding the whole contract bodies. or receiving about 150 million Ghana cedis in payment for data bank. And not they are desperate for equalization. And it's, where none exists, almost there is. The only way there will be conflict of interest, let's say, my penny mama, why rent just maybe Ibrahim Mahama home. Because to allege conflict of interest, you must state the interest that conflicts. Where is the conflict? Or my penny project, now or the Ghana seeker or rent it. Now, if you were now or times can the command in the renting the jet, and that is where there is conflict of interest. The interest is the state's payment for a jet. And the fact that NIPA or render service, or maintaining your interest will move because when you wish you near India. But in this instance, Nimia at the jet, nothing, Obi. Tell me, a minister, Meboa. You see a man official car, and as a man official car, now, and of a sorry, na me ho, a juma, na me 2 names so. Na me 2 minia car at the court, a juma. Bonia, a delivery buying, and now how I want the one, any day when you catch them, Obi.
Yeah, but would that not be a simplistic way of looking at the issue?
No, that's but the same thing. O man penny too kind. Onya jet. Ninia will be and our firm edeko. Say o Ghana sika top so rent jet. And Ninia say media na me rent to the rentier. That is where there's an issue. Na said you o man ben as o man penny ye ne ya. Ebeboa ma o man no moka. Obeka se mempe. Omanteni mama since our position and no say Ghana for boss say ono no ne ya omanteni akufo ado na MPB dey ya no mo boka bubuogu Ghana for say there was a year by the 3rd quarter of the year, I think 2018 or so. Now omanteni akufo ado na kwentu nko ano, it had cost the taxpayer 68 million Ghana cedis just first 3 quarters of the year. And see omanteni mama say we must avoid that. If there are alternative ways I work for my bit media makwaba jojoa. I will exploit. In fact, was also I am here which testifies to the fact that he wants to reduce the cost to the state in terms of maintaining a memo any abandon here. Was there not a time in this country? Now you were 123 ministers and after Zakufado. Mahama Shebo so 60 and now you were 58. Presidential staff list, presidential staffer. Na eno mampeni adwuma e wo mampeni ahye and President Akufo-Addo. Around 2018 this time. Na omoye 361 obi in addition to 123 ministers. Mampeni Mahama ene say in the coming days no the list no be call parliament. What so by about 130. Obi me ya appoint me first no I mama appointment letter no. Now, when I show me say, "Yabemame fuel na what you be a." Omanteni Mahama, despite that provision in my appointment letter, no, was a pen you chum. You move be anywhere. You jet fuel 58 no ho. Ya you to fuel. DSCB say wa cancel. And in fact, even travels of ministers, any CEOs in the any now what you hear more day we buy say or remind the board members that they are not entitled to travel without recourse to permission from chief of staff. Anameboa. Wabani first class travel. Or see minister be anywhere which may travel first class. Abano edinimu and also the money to first class. You are restricted to business class. Who you see you are restricted to economic class. I just said be a wild to seek an air. So he has done all of this to demonstrate. So unlike the MPP, let's say here, ayo mode. I know to Roman Penny Akufo-Addo tam $18,000 an hour for rent high end presidential jets no and private jets for travels no on your side. And see about the saying and I entered before it to me solid said they have been vindicated. Yeah me pacho na yaye bibi ebi mada.
Okay, Felix,
some of it me say
yes.
To tell me say a president who is working to reduce the cost to the taxpayer is simply not tenable. And you know credit.
Then we come to the recklessness of the foreign minister.
The foreign minister?
The indiscretion of the foreign minister. Indiscretion. The only word that comes to mind, so a platform is one showing me did not.
Now, why would they?
A foreign minister gets to sit at the highest level on a lot of security boards. On your briefings are Sebi. rumor, they don't need to tell you, say, your oath of security bounds you not to disclose any matter that is discussed within the confines of the room. Uti area upia watu wano padlock wasum obi bisa okra wonte okotsna Chatham House in the video and disclose say the Christmas Day bombing
of ISIS there no.
Yes. Yen collaborate with the US. Asemo ye kan wen. Asemo ye kan wen. Obi me no wote ha. Na I know one of your favorite destinations is Dubai. Unkan share me but me sure we ni ma Dubai. Iran roped in countries and fired at them because the US had used their bases to attack them. Not that they had a direct or your friends say in Tokwa with those countries, but just by the mere fact that the US used their base to come at them. There are hotels that yes, I've traveled before, far and wide, yes. Places that I would have felt the safest in this country. Just say debris and drone friends saying hitting these facilities. All because a country feels say if the US is getting up to fight us, so we'll fight them. And by any means necessary, we are going to blur the lines of diplomacy. Inti wuti Ghana ha. Now kotsna Chatham House. Na you minim say there's this need to assert himself, to feel say or you're important to at any point in time. Honorable Ablakwa has to talk and give information and who here. Your national security coordinator, your national security minister. What was that information for? I mean, ISIS, So you can say you are in the crosshairs of a terrorist group. What validation do they even need to go and attack anybody? Than to even have a reason that maybe a 2 year land and a moment circumference, masa area, and mumbe position here strike here. Do you know the danger we are in?
But don't you think, say, he made those comments within a certain context?
What context?
That, so out of the context that you may not be fair to him.
What context?
Into the context, sir.
What question occasioned that answer?
Into the fact, sir, Ghana's foreign policy position.
I have never heard a foreign minister disclose details of an attack. Ever within the African continent. Mintibida. He sat on a public forum. Diplomacy is nuanced though. This is a sledgehammer to our reputation. Diplomacy is kasa. Sometimes crampono. Look, Misusu say Omanpei John Mahama. Tamasa video by now because Waku Nigeria did that to start backroom discussions. Yes. At the barest minimum. All the security services should by now be listening in on chatter. There's no conversation. As some of Americans say yes. Onoka mi hudia me de be manu say na no akopa. This is not the first time, and I definitely will not be the last until they recall him. Nano Akopa. Check it. What these terrorist cells and groups, whether Ghana is in the conversation. Obi, the only thing we have going for us as a country, dear Koma ye wo Ghana high stability. Stability. Nanu ya mumu ba power in the history of this country. 300 refugees, Ejane Ako, your friends, Omoko in Burkina. Are they back?
There were more than 300.
More than 300.
They were in their thousands.
Indeed, and even that was a homegrown issue. Amanyo semia no mujane ye no modekoi. Ejatomono. Now even media crampon has been silent. They were largely silent on it. It was friends and family of the people who had absconded to another country. Sebi, asumdrena ye won, you can't trade it for anything. Me bese metna brochu. Ghana ye me de pa. I don't want to go and live out there. They do went and cover Chomuko near the Nancy storms, snowstorm near dear, shoveling snow near the Chesobeco, a Juma, Penchini, a good snow, so nanny now, would they shovel for what? Na Ghana has some jail, Musimo pe power ye dia mamo. If it's not disappointing over 500,000 young people at a time with no alternative, not just say ye in safety, the safety of this country, with a foreign minister sworn to secrecy, ukodin komo even on local soil and beka. It's either say Jumano Sosino. Your former foreign minister Shelley Ayokubuchi, did you ever see her engulfed in any reckless talk and Bibi? Or Babi were NDC, or Monshe no more for foreign minister position in Manisisia? I bet you, because what is happening now, the government should call a cabinet meeting, emergency meeting. They should trace every platform Honorable Black Wakotnaso and vet what his utterances were, whether he committed Ghana to something, either inadvertently, and now say, they need to trace every single area he's been, especially in the Sahel, because he's exposed us big time. And you be Sebi, I say, and say, oh, nanua kopa, nanum paye. Oh, hun, otiwa okasano. I say, yeah, big man. America called me and consulted me, really. Now you're uti no tone and your minister and come for day.
That's a big.
It's not that they even called him. I'm friend said, "Dang, on what? In what was his capacity for being consulted?"
As the foreign minister of Ghana.
Foreign minister, no matter coordinator,
a secretary of state. Onyeni
paketwa. Internet emotional intelligence is key. Knowing what to say, when to say, what platforms to divulge information. If information now can require 100%, and 2% now the better abonting. Because sometimes you even have to manage fear. Riot acts and cry, they need to read it to him, because I'm sure he's in violation of it. The fear that has been unleashed, because look,
ISIS for the Bombay and
you know, for the longest time, there are countries that make the very first time I call Kenya. I think this was 2018 or so.
Yes.
Before you get through the first security checkpoint, usifi kamu, kana otimo, usifim, you leave your bag and everything, and you walk. If they could even get you to walk barefoot and come here. Why? Because there was a terrorist attack in Kenya.
Yes.
Kenya was safe at some point, but due to that, everything changed. It's like 9/11. 9/11. See, you know, the travel became so. Obi, tukwanya obeshe jeans, ball belt. After 9/11. Just say Uber road, do America, Robibia. It made traveling so inconvenient. But Yayama say Yakukwaye. Into Obi sorry fi Ghana, Ekotna Chatham House. The question up to now, I'm saying that information he volunteered was reckless and needless. Nothing warranted your car, you know. So let's not downplay it. Meaning passe anke omampin kufo na ye president na honorable Black Kwakye do na. By the time obedu hotel room there will be a dismissal letter for him, without a doubt. Nana Kufuado, former president Otiasi, this never happened in the 8 years. In fact, Utie honorable John Jinapo presser yesterday, in the 8 years of a friend saying Nanado's administration, there was never any agreement. There was never any discussion, agreement, as far as I'm concerned. Say, be allow Americans to operate whatever ways from here. There was no such thing.
Military base.
Mind you, what the ancient Trump any Iran war, when he fired, when they took off with the drone attacks and the missiles and all that, there was a tweet by Pelosi. Say it's illegal because Congress was not consulted.
Yes.
Because per the rules, per the constitution, there are rules of engagement before a country decides to take up any action. Oh, man, pengu sorry no pa. Nebia ya bro kokona joa was a kokoninti. Meninji inti ene enko 2 bombs. You don't do that. Into a flout here. In the same way, a black or now kind, there are parliamentary rules. There was no communication. There's nothing unless say honorable Bagman Becca say your friend Kukwemu say this is what is going to happen. So manage it. There is no such. I'm saying that
to go and bomb ISIS.
This compromise has put the Ghana ashe the crosshairs of terrorism. Do fiasema yeka say yempe and one we are peace loving show koimu among governance we still have a reason to smile. We still have a reason to be happy despite what we are suffering, despite the challenges. Now, foreign minister Kotsna, Obi Mainso. Now I can say, or the Christmas Day bombing, then just say, Michelle Vidams. Now wait, AI, like what gets you to be so reckless?
But if the
this is not politics, so
I get it. But if the ISIS and also terrorism scare no real in our sub-region, na Ghana or the military might to want to engage in something proactive. Ebe yisa scare everywhere emra bedru ha. Why is it wrong? Why do you think it's wrong?
Ghana will do something proactive.
Yes, because the whole action was to
before
take
you
out
get
ISIS.
Before you moralize or find a justification for this question, there are several boxes that have to be ticked. First of all, was it an emergency? Was it an emergency? Hasn't Nigeria been having this issue for so long? Nigeria, within the West African sub-region, we are big brothers. So their economy is 5 times, 10 times ours. Who share NASDAQ? Who share anything Bloomberg near there? Anytime they are talking, we in New York, in London, the next conversation they're going to have is Nigeria. They are big. They are mighty. Ivory Coast score more economy. Do you think that their foreign minister will go and sit somewhere and even volunteer such information? So what is to position Ghana? Say we are so collaborative. One not a black one. One issue statement to a senator in the US and look at another diplomatic gaffe against us. So why do we want to almost side NDC? They should call for an emergency meeting, even in Parliament. Both sides should collaborate and pull him to Parliament to answer questions, because the boxes they are supposed to tick at the very least, it wasn't an emergency either for our country. It wasn't. The issue that was happening in Nigeria is slaughtering of innocent. Ghana, a friend say these girls that were Chibok me cause I work me Michael Kwakye Jr. or menchen I remember my friends, we work from Rage. That video I believe is even on my Facebook. So it is not new. They have been fighting this thing. And for Ghana, our sense of pride is in our stability and our safety. Businesses wanting to come to Ghana, especially established in the south, is because of the stability and the security that we have. That is all we have to our name now, especially under this government. That's all we have. Until Koye in so be say, apology at the very least, but Esenitika just say with the quickness no, and just say omo hesitate cry.
Like say omanpenyi empamano.
One time, without hesitation. She esno down for semnia de enya personal. This is work juma. Ye de Ghana ye don't mind shewunsa. You are holding a particular office, and you keep you is like you are the reputation of the country at this moment, and you're trivializing your mama. Ebia in so it's not this week, it's not next week. Ebia no man pay fiso. But when that attack comes, it's because somebody triggered it. And at the what trigger no, ebedu hono kwa na ebia oni ni ne mbama kwatena brochu. Na many where wa ha no, yeti ya na yati boom. Ni edwane efi studio ha. Only God knows where we are going. It was me see if I were to say me pay a tree word for the kind ya me one shot na makasetiano, but it's a gaffe that results in a dismissal. It's non-negotiable. Many numpa nka odi wo dismissal letter beto, because I don't know what was to prove what, it was to show what, it was to impress who. Said dang America for like why?
There are some messages.
Abanwe ne emun they are still not reading the room. Omo hu dia ekoso wo man mu ye. Matena sidin matie the honorable Felix Ofosu Kwakye ogusu kasa se obi ogusu wo opposition. Still making reference kasa interview aneni obo Akufo-Addo din 53 times.
Okay.
Mekaninia obo Akufo-Addo din 53 times. You see, these are people in government. It's expected say omobe address the issues and the needs of the people.
Yes.
Enyama omobo hu de urenti Ghana for sala 7 December ekoto abeti a MPP no. It's expected so omoba abemu no. Omonto asa nyoma ne so. But it's rather unfortunate say now omo ye worst of every single thing that they criticize the MPP for. And unfortunately, no, and as I did, I am a yama me raw ho enyume we ni say omo ye we are no more didi atembe guso. Blatant insult. Kasa fellows of Ofosu Kwakye kasa enia no. I attempted didi no didi Ghana for. A clear insult because who tie justifications now or de mana sabi o sabi mpenifo enim. Such justification your DB. Immediately who the head and tail of the such justification your DB. Asema ye Ghana for come one sem. They say, Mampeni and Otia Kunyesu, o tree private jet a ye ni nuadia. Na sa private jet na o no. A ye grounds for potential conflict of interest. Or the niggas no say I perceive that one perception I they can. This is the President Mahama Code of Conduct. Our ma appointee be assign or no so sign be President Mahama na netna them and then in penny for trust our code of conduct to you. Obi. Here page 16 it talks about the nature of conflict of interest.
Yes.
Okay, paragraph 2. The main kind sa first paragraph no now what mama me. Where paragraph 1.5 nature of conflict of interest. This is the code of conduct issued by President Mahama in 2025. Also conflict of interest may exist where a minister's personal or private interest is likely to conflict with or be in conflict with the functions of his office or her office. Blah blah blah. Over down or say paragraph 2 say hence a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature and A may arise due to the influence and power the minister holds both in his or her sectorial responsibilities as a minister or cabinet or as a minister or a member of cabinet. Now Obi oko down na say oba paragraph Obi oba paragraph Obi meba me shop oba paragraph 1.5.12 a gifts.
Okay.
Or say the minister also to avoid the creation or appearance of an obligation, gifts in cash or kind, are not to be solicited or accepted from commercial enterprises or any other organization. Now, okay, but down, almost say my minister no, any cash or any gift worth the value of 20,000 Ghana cedis. Obi, utie in sema Felix Ekai niana say, o they compare sa asema meka huasemi on conflict of interest na. Now say Obi ube share hasia paragraph 1.53 na. Or say the interest of family and personal friends. Or say public perception is a critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability in governance. A conflict of interest may arise if a minister's family member or personal friend derives or is perceived to derive some personal, financial or other benefit from a decision or action by the minister or any other government. Enti Obi, okay, same way niya. It acknowledges the fact say conflict of interest may be betima arise as a result of perception. Obi hanana meshisheno. Paragraph 1.5.1. The minister and conflict of interest situations. The minister must A. avoid situations which create the perception that his or her official actions are being influenced by personal, financial or business interest. Not just the perception na ye kan ho asem no. President Mahama Code of Conduct no acknowledge obi asem ye kan ho asem ni ane say mampani a wabe ni nua private jet ye kan ho asem a Felix say I o scan otimi top private jet ene obi ye asem baby adan ye fancy President Mahama be ye mampani part 1 Ibrahim Mahama first jet no jata number 1 oto ni 2012 oto ni 2012 na President Mahama ye mampani wo Ghana ha and not to Ibrahim the presidential jet, the private jet first one. And I was on top private jet second one. A brand new year a mampeni part 2. And I name say private jet na ba bedru Ghana. It only a brand new year be mampeni biano. And what me top private jet. Yes, we acknowledge. Yes, we acknowledge the fact that or your businessman, we acknowledge the fact that we are CC Kenya Obi. No more asema make can say we acknowledge the fact that Absa Bank fund the finance, but asema make can say it is also true. Say ni nyaye mampeni bi an top private jet. 2012 ni nyaye mampeni no top private jet. And it is again also true. Says a Ghana koto helicopter and I say a remushem bi an ni nyaye no so to mito private jet. 2012 Martin Amidu no ye former Attorney General of the government. A true article say President Mills in 2011 no person investigated Vice President Mahama say Tama no lead the negotiations between Ghana and the baby and Yakoto helicopter ama Air Force for no. Almost suggested say negotiations ni bi wo honoma President Mahama and exercise good judgment. Now on the personal interest these are negotiations no enim kind. Obi with your kind permission I will just read Martin Amidu paragraph of in the article now or can 17 or say the terms of reference. The Martin Amidu Chani say President Mills set up committee CFI investigating President Mahama. Tamana President Mahama vice president to Atamils on the purchase American one this is a paragraph of the article. This is Martin Amidu speaking. Also the terms of reference of the committee as I was instructed and drafted them for the late president were I to investigate the processes adopted in selecting, negotiating and agreeing on the acquisition of the aircrafts. 2. To investigate the competitive advantage, prices of the aircraft and the level of economic and financial due diligence conducted by relevant agencies in the processes of acquisition of the aircraft. And 3. To investigate any other matter that in the opinion of the committee is reasonably related to the foregoing terms of reference. Matinamidu Treche Muko say committee members are set it up no. Na 3-member committee led by Mr. William Abwa, Mr. George Amwa, and Brigadier General Alote. These were the members of the committee. These people, their family members are still there. Some of them are still alive. And you know, can't come about a committee BRC and set up. Martin Amidu is still there. He was the Attorney General of the time, also not drafted the terms of reference of the committee. Or not president, and set the committee together. Because that time na ye negotiation said Ghana koto helicopter ma Air Force fund. That time na mampeni ni nua eto the first private jet. And then sana fellow Ofosu Kwakye Kenya. Parliament no kre ama approval say Ghana koto private jet. No kre say minority now oppose because ye jitu mu say mampeni ni safety ni yafa nya politics. So bibi tu mampeni no mani ni ana ato no. Inti yafa nya politics. Inti minority no an oppose. That is true. And it is also true say negotiations e cost say Ghana koto remushen fufra. Fele second one say helicopter ne ba kwa ba no. It is also true say mampeni ni nua no so ato ne second private jet. Obi, these are the questions that Ghana for raises. It raises enough grounds for conflict of interest. Personally, Monday made the petition a court charge. For them. Premise on Article 218 of the Constitution. Some investigating President Mahama who using in Private jet.
248, rather. It's on the conflict of interest provision.
Conflict of interest provision. 248. Now, investigate. Say, Mampeni
284. Sorry.
284. Now, investigating Mampeni say. Nini the private jet na o use no say na manase azure kan no grounds for potential conflict of interest. Fellas kasa was say na then na nua nya free aban nim. Dia nua nya free aban nim say sankofa gold reserves ene Azuma resources for a gold project here upper east region worth $100 million. And engineers and planners will be anim say mampeni ni nua company and I take you over. So now the question is that Argentina want take you over Ghana President Akufo-Addo Yemampeni.
The process started when Akufo-Addo Yemampeni.
Me bahano. Me share ndwem fomba me ba me do me market na me nam.
Okay.
Omo se me ba me mbe bisao. Sa Argentina tama Mampeni Akufo-Addo tisu 8 years. President Mahama Nyano company no and take you over sa Sankofa gold project no. And the Black Water project worth $100 million. But
the processes began
almost
in
say I didn't know. Me the question I may be sir. I didn't know man take you over. Obi, And some na air course say, you see, when you talk about it, then they try to find excuses. Say, and away you see, and away you see. But I'm saying again, say, Enyama omode kasetia President Akufo-Addo niano. They are doing worse of it, and okay, almost say, fuel pe ena auto. The part of fuel on one can near the to. Is the fuel not more than 20,000 Ghana cedis here? Can one say me? In any case, President and the jet and the man or they cost South Korea, is the cost not more than the 20,000 gift? In the end, say a gift, ya jatum. But is the gift not more than the 20,000 threshold, 20,000 Ghana cedis threshold now? President Nankasa asset in the code of conduct in him. Obi, you see, this is a very serious and sensitive matter, and I am so angry with the issues to the extent say, oh man, yeah, team, you funny said their president now some George so sorry say ni answer private jet. It is onusu tu kwaya kwa communication meeting bi onusu be phone in private jet. Sammy Gyamfi so say na dam for partner Richard Nyamakwe or private jet into onusu ko Dubai akwa gold meeting bia onusu de Richard Nyamakwe jet ne beko. Now to force is also I said Adam for the Magdan or private jet into Onusu to or the Magdan private jet and in the Beko. What sort of country are we building? It's me the petition the court shard says Sharj Kasa Bonibia Nima. Then we know said this is the precedent. I said TSU was say Mampenibia and a pound for bars and a relative be a private jetter. But to me you su. Then Felix Ofosu Kwakye tries to make a very, very unfortunate comment here. Gabi or trader kono only the capacity so better private jet into Toyo be because in your bear man penity our top private jet. Obi all law firms for across about 8 African countries no. Only the bank account mo. Does he know the
Msedema bebre abededi. Say no government grandparents and government make us say but I don't think say omu deserving me sympathy because bibia ya manyosem yes on several fronts this is a country in crisis. I think say no na me hu Honorable Muntaka
yes
in a video
yes
explaining why say omu party in ba and as a Ghana form po me cause a party in ba
yes
I'll apply for jobs. Omunsanka.
Security recruitment.
Yes.
Okay.
Obi studio ha. Wow studio ha. People sat here to promise young people. Imbebuno amunye jumaye. Say omon tom abamomo. Omon campaign momo.
Yes.
No mo ba be mo a. Ombe yi nkofodi. Security services. Ene obakoda go boss of Sikakoko King Kong. He said, obey for security services to create opportunity for young people. Those videos are there. 500,000 people allegedly applied. In him says space for recruitment, 5,000. So 500,000, yeah, taxi or more. It wasn't free. In fact,
for forms, no?
Forms. Beyond that, Ebimu Susu say, given that we have some sort of patronage society, no? As a protocol, day. Ebefim. Now protocol no crowd no. Ebimu bo mo aban say, any protocol kwan course. Any pebi wo mo a sa opportunities here eba for young people. The first uniska. My shock to read on platforms yesterday. Sebuntia, in fact, those complaining on social media, NDC for a bit you have 50,000 Ghana cedis. A bit you have 40,000 Ghana cedis.
For what?
For protocol. So many access
to security agents.
Yes. 50,000, 40,000.
500
million. Now, and no cramp on a say, 500 million. Now you can start a business, but you can see the hopelessness. Obi or how few say just said your shishano no. Why? Because they say jumano amanyosem high pin to make it seem say security services no once you get there that means all your problems are solved. The hopes and aspirations of 500,000 young people in one day minority leader can say refund this scam. Why
the
not?
number of Nkofwe apply and has the minister confirmed somewhere 500,000?
500,000. Nobody has come to this to issue a disclaimer. Say it's ridiculous, but it goes to show. Say form so no munye ska wo. Then it was a way to tax the young people to raise money because form no nye free. It's a form no cry. Say 50 Ghana cedis for a former times 500,000. I do the math. 2.5 million Ghana cedis. Scan all the year. Those forms were not for free. So the more they applied, the more they created IGS for that institution. Only passed there are only 5,000 slots. Expectations were not managed. Sebe, at the end of the day, what ba be muso be 133 shifts policy. Ube create one job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Anameboa, 1 year on, unye. And the omaye no obi, Mr.
Oma launch a policy document and Oma put it together the authority.
Launch no. Yeni ha no mo launching Koko Ketingiti on Beka Chains 750 beds for 13,000 farmers. And no mo chen say. Then no mo launch ye, ejumera ya launch. Nansi ya menam gimpe che ho me say government planting for food and jobs on masasa dino. And on my year pictures, be near DSN, whether it's working or not. No, all you see is the pictures. As to whether people are call for benefit power, only they know. On my paying Kojan Parliament, I say 1 million jobs created. Ne papemwa, would we see 500,000 applying? And that 1 million was not true. And you know, it's not true. So this, I said, Koko de John B. Yeah, Dada B. The chickens are coming home to roost. Say, you know, and yen MPP for crying complaining. Omo party for nature more boss. Omo party for ne pacho. Begging their own foot soldiers. Say yes, Remo Munya butre. Me won say Minua Gabriela. Video be or say or more apply, you know. Umenya this year, no. They will be prioritized for the next recruitment phase. Now I can just say
the minister actually said that.
No one can say
she was referencing the minister.
Next year, no, another 5,000 into 495,000. No. Next year, out of 495, no, almost 50 more, another 5,000 jobs.
The minister said they will keep the data, and that data no will be considered in subsequent recruitment.
Even if we were to do the math on 5,000, yeah, air call for majority of me in Parliament.
To
the Z minus
188.
Okay, 188. So the yeah math no 188. Yeah, 188. So 5,000. And no credit. Ne ka say you say yendi omo fa yenya hwe nti don't even give slots to the minority side because MPs do get slots. Every MP at the say yeah check for just MPs. Everyone so many 26 slots each. Mefan say oh dear ye mo 10 slots per yem bisa MPs and say omo to me the 10 people quite a range me e wo various constituencies. Any of the young people that apply no me 10 enya sa opportunity nana.
The last time I mean
no more call for
almost a slot na 1 per MP.
1 per MP 5,000 no. Yeah ma MP be 1
given
1
any one for each of the services in the other police
they are not
1
serious.
Immigration 1 into what kind number of services na natural number MPB. The MP told me categorically say 1 per service. That was the slot for each.
They are not serious. There is clear look. Say unim say the shortfall as far as unemployment is concerned. You meet it with the security agencies now. You have to create alternatives. Matna ha kada. Stability no modi to say inflation here down, CD is strong, fuel price here low. Strategy in that the despondency we are seeing, they are feeling it to the point where, as I say, almost CEOs and be say, "Oh, we'll be at the party office on particular days to meet grassroots." How many grassroots on be meeting? Into the what wale no on fee ho embra gan Accra embishia CEO nana. What sort of?
Omo Mesiano as a CEO, Omo Mesiano as a party office.
No Mesiana into
national communication.
Or no fro cambra no bedu obehunumpu. The exposure is overwhelming and a hammy because you see, you and I we've talked about the future of work for young people. You've been on platforms talking about it. There's no clear direction or policy abiding way to mitigate the youth bulge. Over Ghana, we are literally one of the youngest countries on the African continent in terms of youthful population. There should be some deliberate commitment to ensuring that opportunities will be created.
But you've seen National Apprenticeship Program. You've seen Ejumera. You've seen YEA and the opportunities are. All the announcements Basintali made last year.
But ono ye twena boso. Ono mpo ye twena boso. New Facebook posting be young people getting opportunities abroad to play football. Cocoa husk coconut husk used to be then ye Kabai now crampo na start here. The excesses of it will be creating opportunities for other young people. Omuni plan be out. Manifesto no mo de beto ho na omo ka say yen hwe so nto omo so aba no. Ye for 1 year we near the hwe so I don't think we even score them 5%.